Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll be showing you 10 super interesting Hytale mods. As always, use code EDLUX in the Hytale store if you're planning to get the game. Let's start with the first mod. The first mod is none other than the Claims mod. It's a mod that allows us, or is designed for servers, so we can claim up to 25 chunks as we can see. This prevents other players on the map from breaking blocks when they enter these chunks, or interacting with any interfaces inside these chunks, okay? As you can see, this mod has 55,500 users. It was last updated 20 days ago. To get it, we'll go to Simple Claims, click on Files, and then just 3 clicks to get file. We'll save this file in Windows plus R, App Data, then go to Roaming, find Hytale, User Data, and Mods, okay? And this is where we would save it. Here we also have a brief instruction of commands, /sc to open the party UI, /sc to claim the chunk we're in, claim to remove it, sccp create to create a party, and so on, okay? This lets you invite people to your party so they can modify your chunks. So that's it, this is the mod, and I hope you liked it. It's that simple. Alright, now I'm going to present the Mighty Staff mod, which adds a blacksmith through the workbench with a new staff section where we can craft copper staff, iron staff, thorium staff, cobalt staff, adamantite, and mithril staffs, okay? Remember that my code is EDLUX in the store if anyone wants to use it. Well, this is basically what it's adding to our staffs, okay? Here's one that shoots fire. We have the iron staff, which shoots ice. Let's check out the damage, and as you can see, it does quite a bit of damage, right? Let me try it. There we go. 12. Then we have the thorium staff, 15. It's like a more relaxed type of attack. Then we have cobalt, 17. Now we're talking about more significant damage. The adamantite. Let's find another mob over here. This one definitely hits harder and explodes. Quite interesting, a bit less powerful, but creates that explosion that helps us miss less. And finally, let's check out the mithril staff. Let's see what happens with this one. There it is. An attack that hits one enemy and creates a chain reaction to all others, dealing 25 damage to the first target, then 15 plus 10, I think. No, it deals 15 damage and 10 to those around it. So really fascinating stuff. Plus, it seems they have multiple attacks. To get this mod, just search for Mighty Staffs. With 34,000 users, it's really excellent. Look, here they show us all the mana cost stats. It applies levitation, puts us up here. 150 charge, applies levitation, go. So there we have it. Just go to Files, click the 3 buttons, get file, and save it in appdata/roaming/hytale/userdata/mods. And basically, if we press Windows plus R and type app data, we'll find it there. That's it. Simple as that. Alright, so the mod I'm bringing you now is none other than the HYGUNS mod. It's a mod where we, as you can see, have the workbench, specifically this gunsmith workbench, which, as it says here, is a workstation used to create firearms and explosives, okay? And that's literally what it is. Here we have grenades that we can fire. It seems they only explode when they hit a projectile or a player or a mob, okay? There we have it. And then we have tons of weapons and more that it's not letting me use right now. I don't really understand why. It's because to use this mod we'll need HYGUNS, we'll need the HYGUNS plugin. Okay, it says this plugin is designed to help you add complex weapon systems and mods without coding yourself. So, super cool. And we're also going to need multiple HUD, okay? To have multiple HUD elements on the screen. So we're going to need this too, because otherwise the mod won't work, and that's the problem I'm encountering. So when creating the world, select HYGUNS, then HYGUNS plugins and multiple HUD, save all settings, new world. We enter, and now you'll see how everything is working correctly. So there we have it, okay? As we can see, we have that 9 out of 10 there. I have to say the crosshair doesn't work, but it's fine, there it is. What else? What else? I don't know if there are any other creatures. Look, over there in the distance we have some. Okay, We also have this double barrel, which, as you can see, does a bit of area damage. This Mag 10. We also have this MP9, super cool. And, well, we just have some basic pistols, okay? With higher precision, and lower. A Thompson. Well, we're already seeing pretty bad accuracy. You can't complain about the revolver. And there we have it, okay? If we want to clear things out, we have the barrel, and that's it. It's super comfortable, really, for hunting these birds. You just aim the shot and they drop like flies. It's actually quite satisfying. I have to say it. There it is. So, yeah, everything uses the same ammunition, and that's it. Now you know how to get the mod. As always, code SLUXOR in the Hytale store if you're interested in buying the game. There we have it. Very well. This mod is a utility mod, okay? If you've tried growing multiple saplings or trees, you've probably noticed how super annoying it is that they can only be planted on grass. Why? Well, when you plant one, the tree grows, you remove the wood, replace with grass, place another tree, and repeat, right? This mod eliminates that small problem. It's a silly issue, really. You simply place the sapling and it can grow anywhere, okay? Something we don't have in normal Hytale. As you know, always use code EDLUX in the store. And on another note, it has 23,000 users, so plenty of people want it. We also have sapling from trees by the same creator. I'll show you that too. It makes certain trees drop saplings directly without needing to craft them, so that's great. As always, to get it, Files, 3 buttons, Get File. Save this file in Hytale's mods folder, user data mods, as we're seeing. That's it, simple as that. Alright, today I'm going to be presenting the Simple Enchantments mod. A mod that basically allows us through the workbench to craft a crafting table called the Enchanting Table. This enchanting table can be upgraded all the way to tier 4, and this unlocks all these enchantments. First of all, we have the staff, which basically makes elemental staffs not consume essences when cast. Super interesting. For the bow, we have durability reduction, but at maximum levels it prevents the durability loss when you repair it, slows enemies by 50% on hit, sets targets on fire, increases projectile damage by 30%, gives you a higher drop rate of 75%, etc., etc. So how does it work? Well, basically you craft your enchantment here, and this enchantment is for pickaxes, right? Basically, you take your pickaxe, right-click, select it, and there you have it. As you can see, these cool particles will appear from time to time, which are honestly really awesome, okay? And that's it. We now have our enchanted pickaxe. I really hope that Hytale already starts getting their act together and gives us some pickaxe with fortune, right? Something cool, some enchantments. Well, how can we get the mod? Basically, we search for simple enchantments. As you can see, 70,500 users already have this mod. They're really wanting it. Basically, go to Files, click the 3 buttons, and get File, then save this file in Windows R, App Data, you know, Roaming, Hytale, User Data, and Mods. So yeah, it's that simple. Alright, today I'm bringing you a new mod that basically allows us to craft both mob generators and essence. My code is EDLUX in the Hytale store. So basically we'll go to the workbench and get this soulsmith bench. We'll click craft and then we're going to place this item. As you can see, it tells us used to create soulstones and mob spawners. And it indeed allows us to get all kinds of essences, even the void essence, okay? The water essence too, and this soulstone. That soulstone will help us obtain spawners of all types. Okay, how do these spawners work? Well, for example, a chicken spawner says passively converts the ambient mana and residual chicken souls into drops, depositing them in the block below the spawner once every 5 minutes. That is, it won't be spawning mobs as such, but we'll need to place a chest underneath, okay? So we'll grab a chest basically, or several if we want, and what we'll do is place this on top, and that's how the spawner works, okay? We avoid all those entity types and simply get the resources without wasting our computer's precious resources. So, how can we get this mod? Well, here we have Soulstones, 17,000 users already have this mod created 20 days ago. We're going to need the spellbook plugin, as you can see here. Basically, go to Files, 3 buttons, and Get File. We also have the spellbook, which will do the same with 3 buttons and Get File, and we'll save the file in Windows +R, App Data, then go to Roaming, then to Hytale with an H, okay? And once we have it, go to User Data and Mods, and this is where we'll save this amazing mod. Alright, let's see how we can ride these T-Rexes or any type of dinosaur. This is a mod called Mountable T-Rex, which allows us to ride these incredible beasts in Hytale, okay? Basically, we also have the Dino Capture Crate. As you can see, normally they'll attack me, but notice the press F to mount button appears, okay? Or F works to ride. Theoretically, I should be able to mount them, but of course, I need to be in survival mode, okay? We use the F key and there you go. We can easily ride our incredible T-Rex without any problems. Let's try to get rid of this other one, but I think it's going to be difficult. We can jump, okay? Important note, even if it's tamed, if we dismount now, I think it will still attack us, okay? So keep that in mind. We also have the Dino Capture Crate, which basically, theoretically allows us to store dinosaurs, okay? To capture them, just left click on them. I'm going to let go for a moment, and there, I've got it. It took a bit of effort, but I have it now. If I left click again, I would release it. You can see it, right? So basically, this capture crate is obtained from nothing other than the farming bench, the farmer's workbench, okay? Not much else to it. These creatures spawn in caves within the fire zone, the adamantite area. Let's look at mountable T-Rex and Raptors. As you can see, it has 23,000 users, was created 17 days ago, last updated 7 days ago, and lets us mount a T-Rex, a Raptor, and a Triceratops. So we have no complaints. To get it, simply go to Files, 3 buttons, Get Files, and that's it. We would save it in Hytale user data. Alright, today I'm bringing you a currency mod for Hytale. Before we start, my name is Edlux from the Hytale store. This mod basically adds to the workbench the ability to craft a trading table and a minting table. The minting table lets us create our own coins and banknotes if we have enough materials. And the trading table tells us you need new resources for new items. With this trading table, you'll be able to make purchases almost instantly. Basically, the way we get coins is simply through the workbench itself. Here we can craft copper coins. 1 copper equals 1 copper coin. I must say, unfortunately, it takes quite a while to craft. If I click it, it takes about 5 seconds. I think this is the mod's biggest flaw. It should be instantaneous. Alright, and then we can make iron coins from those copper coins without any problem, okay? Or any other type of currency. Plus, these coins deal damage when thrown, okay? I'm not sure if based on life, but I think depending on the coin's size, they deal more or less damage. These were iron coins, so let's grab the gold ones. Let's try throwing them to see if they do more damage. 25, well, not bad, not bad. They're not designed for that, but it works. So basically we have these resources like adamantite ingots and such. This is for crafting, even for crafting armor if we need it with the coins themselves. Got it? So the coins in the end, well, yes, if we've obtained them and the server we're playing on is properly configured to use these coins, then obviously we have that trading station available if we want to use it. And here at this other table, I understand that I can take these ingots and they simply let me pass them through. There we have it, okay? It's going to convert the gold ingot into a gold coin most likely. There it is, okay? That's what the minting table is for. To get this mod, we'll head over to HYGUNS, a mod created 7 days ago and last updated 2 days ago. It only has 273 users right now. It's quite a unique mod with this coin system it provides. Just click on Files, Game Versions, Early Access, those 3 buttons, and Get File. We'll save this file in the Hytale folder inside User Data Mods. As always, Windows +R, type App Data, and navigate to Roaming, Hytale, User Data, and Mods. It's that simple. Alright, so right now I'm going to show you the COMET mod. Well, this mod basically does exactly that. It makes rockets fall from the sky and spawns different rounds of enemies. We have to fight against the mobs that spawn kind of like raids, okay? And get, well, a pretty interesting loot like what we just obtained. These rockets will fall randomly from the sky, and it's an additional way to get a bit more loot in exchange for fighting against various creatures and such. As you can see there, it shows us the mobs we have left. 4 out of 5 mobs, time remaining, and so on. There it looks like it spawned a boss for us. Well, let's take out this boss and get all the loot. Super interesting. There are many types of comets, and the speed at which comets fall is highly customizable in case we want multiple comets per minute or per hour, whatever you prefer. It's super interesting for servers, right? Since we can help multiple players get loot much faster without constantly depending on mob spawns or things like that. So, how can we obtain it? Well, the mod is called Comet Raid with about 904 users, and we have tons of commands here, like Comet Spawn, which spawns a comet, and we can also set the tier, okay? It says spawn a specific legendary tier. I think I'll try that, huh? Comet spawn tier legendary. Let's see if the command works. Wrong number. Maybe I needed to do tier equal to, or use 2 hyphens, could be, right? Tier legendary. Tier, I put tier equals legendary. If I remove the equals, does it work the same or not? Yes, if I remove the equals, it works the same. Look, there it is. We have to change the color and everything. Let's see a bit how it works to generate some hype, and wow, it's totally different. A horde of 20 mobs. My goodness, all these mobs coming after you. Can you imagine? What I would do is maybe make the mobs for some reason. Well, I don't know if it's actually possible to do that. Well, not to make you hate it, but they should be more focused, right? Some might wander off a bit, so it's true that if we're spawning 20, it gets a bit complicated to find them all, you know. It almost becomes a game of hide and seek. Let's go defeat that last one, and then we'll have the boss. I just want to see what kind of loot a legendary gives us, one of these legendaries, and not bad, huh? We've got all types of ingots and everything, so that's super great. Here we have the Comet Spawn, legendary tier, as you can see, with a theme, okay? We can make an area, the spawn, right? We can also set comets to fall at specific times and obviously modify the data so they fall more frequently and so on, okay? All this info here, tons of information. There we have it, min delay seconds, max delay seconds, and so on. We have a ton of information here. How do you get this mod? Well, basically we go to Files, 3 buttons, and click on Save Files. Something very important is that if I... Look, I'll show you, okay? You click Save Files, and it saves the Comet Raid as a zip file, okay? I don't know if the mod creator will have fixed this in the future. Right now I'm on version 1, 2.0. So, we'll have this item here, okay? This doesn't work for us, we need to extract it, okay? We extract it. I'll just click yes to everything, it simply replaces it, and that's it. The Comet mod gets added and so on, okay? Well, everything has reset there. Of course, we replaced it. It's called Comet Raid and Comet Raid, both of them, okay? It's super important we do this, because if we use this as a zip file directly, it won't work. The mod creator made a mistake, okay? Anyway, the mod is really great, super interesting. It also seems to have added Comet Bench over here. So yeah, check it out. It has very few users, probably because it's complicated to get, but it's pretty cool, honestly. Hello everyone, welcome to KRONIX'S Creatures, a mod that lets us have our own pets throughout Hytale, okay? Whether it's a fox, a camel, or whatever you want, even a lizard. And yeah, all of these can become our pets. Basically, this mod is called KRONIX'S Creatures, has 20,000 users, was updated just 3 days ago, and they explain a bit about loyal companions and ancient guardians and more. And basically, it says the wild animals now have a small chance of dropping a broken egg, and these eggs can be turned into creatures, okay? It says, to restore a companion, you can take a broken egg to your farming workbench and fuse it with the helmet to craft a functional pet egg, which is what we were using here. You see, we used fox egg and wild berries, and now we have our fox, right? Also, we can interact, as you can see, though it's not much interaction, right? I mean, I turn it into an egg and take it with me. How does this work? Well, and here it shows us a bit of the pet list that we have. We also have different loots and stuff. It's basically for having our pets, but it seems we can't interact with them beyond just placing them there. I guess in the future, they'll try to... Oh, look, look, look. Yes, it follows me. Yes, it follows me. Yes, it follows me. Yes, it follows me. Okay, so why won't it let me place the other eggs now? It's not the same, right? It won't let me place them. But it does follow me, see? Never mind. I don't know if you can see it. There, there, there. Let's see if it follows me. Oh, so they are my mascot, my pets, huh? I take that back. So yeah, there we have it. To place them, use left click, okay? Sorry about that. And now we have a bunch of pets following us. This champion, what? Is this champion also a pet? Yes, of course, we can also have frost golems. Worth noting, you can have frost golems too. To get the mod, simply go to Files, click these buttons, Get File, and save it in the Hytale User Data Mods folder. As always, use code EATLUX in the Hytale store. I hope you enjoyed these 10 mods. See you in future videos, support the content, and see you next time. Bye bye.